What's going on, guys? Hello again, SAP Dude here. I hope you are doing good. If you're having a bad time with your current SAP project, keep your head up, it's part of the game. Tomorrow will be a better day, or maybe already today, especially after this video. We will talk about recurring services in S4HANA Service. This is another clip about this module. Previously, I was talking, for example, about in-house repair process, where we fixed a vehicle of one of our clients in our workshop. Then they picked up the repaired vehicle and the work was done. Today we will talk about another process, so before you see it in S4HANA, let's understand the business case. Texas workshop, the folks are doing repairs, vehicle maintenance of their clients. They got different types of clients and different types of service. For example, you see this car over here. Some client just came by without any reservation and asked for emergency service. The folks are checking if they have enough capacity to handle it today. In most of the cases, Texas Workshop receives a message, a call or a service request in their system, then they answer it, plan the work and stuff. But they also do some regular jobs on field. And for this we will take this car and quickly move to a place which I want to show you. Welcome to one of the barns owned by Longhorn Logistics. They store here some of the vehicles but also spare parts. As you see, this place looks abandoned. Also the barn itself is in poor condition. But before you judge this place, let me tell you something. The assets which are stored here are worth in total around $500,000. That's why Longhorn Logistics established an agreement, contract basically, with Texas Workshop. Every month, Texas Workshop service technicians visit this place, inspect the barn and do necessary maintenance. The contract is for the whole year and the price is set in stone. It's $250 for each inspection. In other words, the price of the service is fixed, so no matter what the technicians do, Texas Workshop receives fixed payment from Longhorn Logistics. Multiplied by 12 months, we got $3,000 contract, small one but still. And this kind of regular service based on contract is known in SAP as recurring services. Before I show you how it could work with S4HANA Service, let's have a quick recap of the as-is situation of the business process. So the contract between both companies is established once a month for the whole year. Texas Workshop schedules monthly service for their technicians. They do it now with Excels and paper forms. Paper-based job card is then handed over to a service technician. He goes to the barn, performs the job, captures the results on the paper. The job card is passed back to the service planner. He enters the information in the Excel. You see, the way of working is not efficient at all. The service is marked against the contract by the service planner. A paper invoice gets prepared manually and sent to the Longhorn Logistics. Payments are tracked again manually and filed for record keeping. And this is how it works for now. The work scheduling is based on the magic Excel. There's lots of manual work and there's no real reporting and analytics. The process works bad and we will change that. How it could work with S4HANA Service? Let's use the as-is process as a starting point. So nothing changes here. We have Longhorn Logistics and Texas Workshop. Business-wise, the contract and its conditions also remain as they were before. The changes here, there is no Excel with service dates and so on anymore. Instead, an SAP contract will be created in the system along with its validity period, conditions, list of services. The barn, the place which you saw before, will be also reflected in SAP and linked to this customer. In my case, it will be a functional location. And here is the tricky part. The on-site service and the contract, they need to be also reflected as materials in SAP. We call them respectively service material and contract material. I will explain it once we jump to the SAP system. This is our master data, which will be used for the whole process. You will also see something called service order template. Then the service planner will create a recurring services plan in SAP. Basically a maintenance plan but for service. It's a one-off activity. Then he or she does not have to trigger anything manually, the system will generate the monthly service. Then the work is sent to service technicians. They do not need to print any paper job card. Everything will be done directly via SAP. Job gets done, results recorded. Everything from the very beginning till the end, including billing and invoicing, will be done in S4. This is the idea. Now, whatever I've just said, I will prove it by showing in the system. Let's roll. Alright, we start with the prerequisites. Master data. Let's start with the barn itself. It's reflected in Texas Workshop S4HANA system as a functional location. The difference here is it does not belong to them, of course. This detail can be captured in the master data. It can be just a description, or we can maintain it in the partner's details. Oh, well, actually I should start from the long-term logistics clients first, right? They are reflected in SAP as a business partner. We can see it, for example, in transaction BP in GUI or in Fiori application manage business partners. Now let's jump to material master, as this is the crucial part. Here we got the service contract material, which will be of course used in the contract itself. I called it tx01_serve_insp_c. It has a price behind it, which is 250 euros. It's maintained as a condition record. Yeah, I know the currency should be in dollars, but let's keep it as euro right now. I won't talk about the other details because we would need like 3 hours video for that. Then we have the second material, on-site repair. This is so-called service material. It will be used in service orders, which will be generated from the maintenance plan. Technicians will perform time confirmations against it. You will see it in action in a couple of minutes. So we got the following set of master data. Let's finally do something useful in S4HANA service. It's time for the process. This is where we start. Service Manager launches S4HANA service and reflects the agreements with long-term logistics in the system. In other words, it's time to create a contract. Description, sold to party, long-term logistics. Contract dates, let's make it valid from the beginning of 2025 till the end. Now we add the contract product. You remember, 1 unit of the product is 250 euros. We got 12 months long contract, so it's 3k euros. We jump to the organizational data. I have to make sure the service organizational unit and service organization are there. These things define which unit of your company will be responsible for processing the service. It's also possible to set up the price agreements, discounts, and so on. In our case, we keep it simple and straightforward. 250 euros for each on-site inspection of the barn. The contract gets released and saved. It's time to create so-called service order template. Both of them, together with service contract, will be used in service maintenance plan. Template sounds like something optional, and this is correct when we are talking about single orders. But if you have recurring services based on service plan, this is a must. We open the app and first of all we are asked about the transaction type. We select the one relevant for service. Description, let's say a regular inspection of barn. The dates, since we are in March and this is where we start with S4HANA service in Texas Workshop, I could keep it from March till the end of the year. But I want to be consistent with the contract we already have in SAP, so let's set it up like this. If I had chosen, for instance, the end date as December 2026, during service plan creation I would receive an error that the date does not fit the contract. Now we add the items, and here we will enter the service material, so on-site service, 5 hours, like this. In this scenario, Texas Workshop does a service of an asset which was not produced by them. But in most of the other scenarios, we will have equipment which was produced, assembled by Texas Workshop and is now owned by their clients. Then it will be visible in the S4HANA system and linked with so-called service product. And then we would add it here as well. We see some errors in the right down corner, let's look into them. Enter a service organization, organizational unit, service employee group. We jump to organizational data tab and maintain these two. I enter the employee group as well, relevant for service technicians. Before we save it, we need to add the reference object. Otherwise, during service plan creation, this template would not be found. We go to the reference object step, and in the function location we add the local logistics barn in Houston. In the parties involved, we see which group of service technicians and who specifically is responsible for this kind of service. This is important in the next phase once we have the service plan scheduled, created orders and dispatched to service technicians. Here we see who it will be. Let's release it and save. Now it's time to create a service maintenance plan. So as long as we follow the best practices and the standard Fiori business rules, we got it under this one, recurring services. And by the way, it's not a real Fiori app, it's a web Dinpro application. Do you remember the business case? Texas Workshop does the regular service of a local logistics barn based in Houston. They do it every month. It's so-called single cycle time-based plan. The frequency is fixed, it's 1 month. Let's continue. Here we go. We gotta add all the things we prepared before. First is the description. I will call it 1M Local Logistics Service Barn Houston. Technical object, I select the barn, which is functional location in the system. There is no product associated with this object. Service contract, we pick it up. Then the service order template and the call object, which is service order, of course. We jump to the planning data. We determine when we start the scheduling. Of course, it can be changed later. Let's say beginning of March. I change some other parameters. If you need to understand how they work, I recommend you to check my other video called Scheduling Parameters Explained. I explained it carefully there. The plan gets saved. We will do the initial scheduling of the plan. Of course, this kind of activity will be later done automatically with a background job. To give us the full understanding of the process, we do it manually. The plan got scheduled. We see the status of the first item. The first order will be created on 13th of March. I won't wait, let's generate it now. It means the very first service order got created. Let's have a closer look. Here we go. It's released. It's relevant for the barn. We can see this technical object over here along with other things like notifications, orders and stuff. Let's go back. The service material is here. It's ultra important because in the next step, once technician did the work, he or she has to confirm it with a reference to this order and this item. Now it's time for the service technician to do the work. So let's do it. Service technician of Texas Workshop starts his work. But this time he doesn't need to go to the office and get a printed paper job card. He can figure out what has to be done by accessing his tablet and SAP S/4HANA service. He opens the relevant application, displays the work and knows what has to be done and where. So let's take this van with him and go to the Houston barn. Here we go. Technician starts the inspection. Yeah, unfortunately there is no light here, so we gotta use a flashlight. There is interesting stuff everywhere here, nice cars and so on. Alright, the roof looks okay. Its condition did not change from the last inspection. Of course, we won't spend 5 hours now doing all the checks. Let's stop here and say the work is finished. The service technician grabs the tablet and performs a service confirmation for this order. He spent 2 hours this time. The work is physically done and also reflected in S/4HANA. It's time to go back to the Texas Workshop. Service manager checks the status of ongoing service orders, including the one for long-haul logistics. Time confirmation is visible, 2 hours spent by a service technician. The work is marked as done, so the manager marks the order as completed. From the service perspective, this is the end. Since we are talking about fixed price, even though the work was done in 2 hours instead of 5, Texas Workshop will bill local logistics with the same amount, 250 euros. The process runs further as Texas Workshop has to get paid, of course, right? This is again so-called billing. First, a billing document request gets generated. This happens automatically on regular basis in the background in SAP. For this process, I will do a one-off manual effort. That's why I launch GUI. Then we jump to Create Billing Documents app, find the request and create a billing document. We see the price. Of course, we should also have a tax here. We will take care of this in a separate video. This is what the customer has to pay us based on the contract. I can even display an invoice. This is a standard template from SAP. Let's save it. That would be it. The goal of this video was to show you how recurring services can be done in SAP S/4HANA Service. So the new module, which is the new way of doing customer service with SAP. I encourage you to check my other videos, for example the one related to in-house repair. Please bear in mind there are many scenarios and many processes in customer service. Here we touch only the basics. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. Please make sure you check out the description of the video where you can find more stuff from my side. Thanks a lot and see you in another one. Cheers!